What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Ascalon, Mrs. Ascalon. We are Team Rixie, and we got another Disney restaurant review for you. It's been a long time, but here's another one. So let's get it.
Let's go.
The restaurant that we're going to review for you guys today is the Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater.
Which is one of the coolest themed restaurants probably on Disney property.
Yeah, it's a very popular one. It is located in Hollywood Studios, Commissary Lane. I think that's where you can find it, which is between Star Tours and Galaxy's Edge.
It's at the end of Commissary Lane. Well, okay, Baseline Tap House is at the very end, but it's right next door to that.
Okay.
So it's just kind of across from Star Tours.
The type of restaurant that it is American and casual, 1950s style.
Yep.
A lot of 1950s stuff since it is a drive-in theater.
Yeah, mostly kind of burgers, fries, milkshakes, but they have a few different things as well. It's supposed to be kind of like a diner, like a drive-in diner.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
But you're outside, so that's going to bring us to
You're
the
not outside,
atmosphere.
Are you?
Well, it's like you're outside, like you're at a drive-in theater. So that brings us to atmosphere. So when you first get to the restaurant, there's a car outside, like a 1950s type convertible, which is like a photo spot, so you can take pictures there. And the only thing about it is when people are waiting outside of the restaurant to go in, they sometimes, some people may sometimes sit there.
Yeah, they kind of hang out at it. But it's kind of like the cars that are inside the restaurant. So if you want to get, and I'm going to tell you right now, the restaurant's dark. So if you want to get a good photo op where it's bright, the car outside is your best bet.
Yeah, you may have to shoo some people away, though, really quickly.
Yeah.
I guess if you pull out your cell phone or a camera, they may realize that you're taking a picture and they might move. Or you can do that, too, but some people are mean and rude and probably won't move.
Okay.
All right, so inside, like I said, is a drive-in theater. And so you sit in these car tables. They're like convertible tables. One downside to those is if you're in a party, you know, you can only sit like two in each seat of the car, and then they have like the other seats kind of behind, so you can't face and talk.
They're all facing the projection. So it looks like an old-timey drive-in movie theater where you got the projection in the front, got a starry sky up above, and then you've got all these cars in rows, and the servers come up and wait on you tableside. Yeah. Well, those tables are meant to face the projection, so if you have a party that's larger than two, you may not be able to face and talk to everybody you want to talk to.
Without turning around in your seat.
There are some picnic tables in the back if you wanted to sit around a table, and I think there might be a couple of cars that have more of a booth situation, but it's mostly facing the front, so just so you know.
And like Mrs. Ascalon said earlier, it's pretty dark in there. Because it's supposed to give you the illusion that you're outside, starry sky.
And it really looks like it. It's
really
very
does.
Cool.
But that makes it kind of hard to see, you know, what you're doing. They have lights at the table, but they're very dim.
They are.
So she always uses.
When we eat there, I use my my cell phone flashlight. I go ahead and turn it on and shine it. You know, I prop it up on the pop socket so that it's like shining on my food so I can see what I'm doing because it's very dark.
Yeah. So just be warned. But again, that's a part of the theming, so it's really cool.
We were just talking, if it was any brighter in there, it would kind of ruin the effect.
Yeah, definitely. And so the projections on the screen are really cool. They play kind of these B-movie, like old sci-fi movie clips.
And horror, yeah.
Yeah, and they play like
trailers,
commercials from back then.
Yeah.
It's really awesome.
Like the commercials for the concession stands with the little hot dog jumping into the bun and all that cute stuff.
And they also have like some Walt Disney videos where Walt talks to you about stuff.
Yeah, about future-y stuff.
Yeah, so that is really cool. And I think the entire clip is like 45 minutes. They show different things. And so while you're sitting, and then it loops. So while you're sitting there for dinner, you may go through it, you know, more than once, but it's still enough to keep you entertained and to keep you hooked. Especially since the trailers are kind of short. If you miss one the first time, you might get to see it a second time while eating. So for pricing, the website lists this restaurant as having $2 signs. So very, very not expensive.
Between $15 and $35.
Yeah. And it's the same menu, right, for lunch and dinner?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so same prices. So as you're trying to get reservations, it doesn't really matter when you decide to go, just whenever to fit within your daily schedule, because the lunch and dinner prices are the same.
And do get reservations. This place goes like that. So when
Really
you have
quickly.
your 60-day window to get your advanced dining reservations, you need to try and get it as soon as possible. Because it's not a really huge restaurant, and because it's the cars, they can't fit as many people in there because the cars take up so much room. So they go quick. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it's a very popular restaurant.
Yeah.
You know, especially, you know,
With
families
kids,
with kids
yeah.
and stuff.
It's
yeah.
fun.
So, all right, so we've gone twice.
Yes.
I said that correctly. We've gone twice. And so we're going to talk about food. Always everybody's favorite part. So we're going to talk about what we ate both times when we went. The first time we went
was Thanksgiving
Sorry.
2020.
It's funny. The first time that we went, because that's when the infamous Lakeisha story happened. And you've probably heard about little snippets of the Lakeisha story in previous videos that we've made, but we did make recently a funny stories video from Disney World where we go through the whole story about Lakeisha. So definitely check that out.
This is where we were when Lakeisha happened. All right.
And so I'll put a link in the description below, and you can check out that video if you want to learn more about the Lakeisha story. But anyways, the first time that we went with my family, my two sisters, and my brother-in-law. So we'll kind of talk about all that we ate. So I had the first time, we got fried dill pickles for an appetizer. They were pretty
His younger
good.
sister ordered them as an appetizer.
If
you like fried dill pickles, they were good, but
Yeah.
I don't really love those.
Well, they weren't the
They're
best
okay.
ones I've ever had, but they were decent. So, you know, if you're into fried pickles, you probably will enjoy it. I had the beef and blue burger the first time we went, which is like a black and blue burger you can have at other restaurants. It's a signature blend of beef on a brioche roll with blue cheese, onion marmalade, bacon, lettuce, and tomatoes. And it comes with fries.
Their fries are solid.
Yeah, their fries are pretty good. I mean, the burger was pretty good as well. I got some wing sauce on the side, and so I added that to it because whenever I have a burger like that, I got to have some hot sauce or something on it.
He loves the blue cheese with the wing sauce.
Yes, it's just
tastes like wings.
awesome combination. So the burger was really good. What did you have the first time?
The first time we went, I ordered something from the appetizers. It was the shrimp and crab fondue, which is not on the menu anymore. But it was this shrimp and crab cheesy dip served with tortilla chips on the side. It was pretty good. I mean, it wasn't like anything spectacular, but it was yummy. And then I also ordered a wedge salad because I'm a sucker for a good wedge salad.
She loves wedge salads.
Now, my expectations, I didn't know what to expect because the last time we went to Primetime 50s Cafe, their wedge salad has just gone downhill.
Good.
So, so I got it, but it's good. It has, theirs has tomatoes, blue cheese, bacon, onions, radishes, some good stuff, and then a blue cheese dressing. It's very good.
So it's cool on a very
on
warm
a
and
hot summer
day.
Yep. It was very good.
And the beef and blue burger that I had is not on the menu anymore either, unfortunately. And then they also have signature burgers that feature burgers.
They're called feature burgers. You know, like a feature film.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's kind of like seasonal stuff.
So they change those out, rotate them.
The first time we went, the feature burger was some kind of southern burger that had fried green tomatoes on it. And so his sister and her husband got that. I think they said they enjoyed it.
Yeah. And then my other sister got a buffalo chicken salad. So in addition to, burgers and milkshakes and stuff, they do have,
she
some
liked
salad.
it. She's like the salad queen. Like that's like her go-to. She loves salads.
Yeah, so that's what we had the first time. And then the second time, I had to get a burger again because their burgers are pretty good. So this time I got the drive-in barbecue burger, which is beef on a brioche bun, but it has smoked pulled pork on it, bourbon bacon jam, cheddar, lettuce, and barbecue sauce. And I also had that with the fries. That burger is, that burger is still on the menu, so it's really good. And they don't rotate their menus out frequently.
Some of the changes happened with the pandemic, I think. But, though, since they have the feature burgers, you may be able to ask if you could have a black and blue burger. I don't know. Sometimes they'll have stuff off menu, like I think at Skipper Canteen at Magic Kingdom, they have this Brazilian cheese bread that's not on the menu, but if you ask for it, they'll give it to you.
They'll give it to you.
So, you could always ask.
So if you're interested in that, just ask and see what they can do. I mean, the worst thing they can say is no, right?
Right. The second time we went, I remember that I think we had just been eating kind of heavy all week, and I just wanted something light. So I got something which y'all may think is like totally boring, and I probably would too. But it was the oven roasted turkey sandwich. It was actually really good. I remember eating it, looking at it, and I said, "This is good."
Yeah.
I just thought it was going to be like plain sandwich, but it was herb roasted turkey on a multi-grain croissant, which I've never had before, but was actually very good.
Mm-hmm.
With bacon, lettuce, and tomato, and a cilantro avocado aioli, and it was served with their delicious fries on the side. It was very good, and since, like I said, I wanted something kind of light, it just kind of hit the spot. You know, I didn't feel like bloated and like ugh when I left. So
and that's still on the menu too.
It's very good.
If you want to check that out
very
next
good.
time you go there. Drinky drinks. We had, I had a Long Island, pretty much, it was like Long Island Lunar Tea. I think that's what it's called. So it's your typical Long Island with all your different concoctions and your splash of Coke.
Mm-hmm.
So it was pretty good. I mean, you can't go wrong with a Long Island usually.
Yep. And I got a spicy Martian margarita. It had tequila, ancho, chili liqueur, lime juice, and cane sugar in it. Oh, there's your cup. That's not what's in there. I wish.
No, that's not a spicy Martian margarita.
But no, the spicy, it was pretty good. Sometimes these drinks at Disney, you know, they're very pricey. So if they don't completely blow your socks off, it's kind of like disappointing or whatever.
Yeah.
So I remember the drink was good. I just remember thinking it kind of wasn't worth the price. But as my friend Pam always says, if you go to Sci-Fi Diner, she says, stick with the burgers and shakes because that's what they do best.
And we haven't had a shake there. Maybe if we go a third time, we'll try one
Maybe.
or something.
That's so, I don't know, shakes, they just make me...
Yeah, especially when you're out in that Florida heat. Like, afterwards, I don't know. And I'm not a huge milkshake person myself anyway.
Maybe if that was all I was there for, a milkshake.
Yeah. Maybe we can go on a rest day or something just to go
Yeah.
get a milkshake.
I think they
from
also
Sci-Fi
have some other beers and drinks and stuff too. I think they have like a sangria that they have. I might get that next time.
And they have some of the ones that you see, like the Magical Star cocktail, whatever that's
The
called.
glow cube. Y'all, we got a drawer full of glow cubes in the kitchen from all the times we've been to Disney. I can't throw them away. I figure one day I'm going to host a party and everybody's going to have light up drinks and it's going to be fabulous. You all are invited.
All right, so let's talk about the next thing, which is service. The service is always good, just like any Disney sit-down restaurant. I mean, we've never had, I don't think, a negative experience with
We've had
service.
maybe some slow service, but never, the cast members are always on their best behavior. So you can always expect to be treated well at any Disney table service.
And so, Mrs. Ascalon remembered our last server's name because that's her thing. She usually tries to get their names. So the first time we had a French guy, and we sadly do not remember his name. But the second time we went, it was...
Her name was Cindy, and she was very sweet and very attentive, and just really
both
good
of them
service.
were good.
Yeah,
Both
they
of them
both
were
were, yeah.
Okay, so sorry we couldn't remember the first guy's name. But if Cindy's still there, then you can say, what up, Cindy?
Thanks, Cindy.
I almost said Sydney. Hello, Sydney. That was a bad ghost face voice.
So weird.
All right, the food, I mean, it comes out in a decent amount of time. But, I mean, it doesn't matter. You're enjoying those, you know, those sci-fi commercials and trailers and stuff anyways. Yeah. So you probably don't even notice. I think our food came out a little faster the second time because it was just the two of us.
Yeah.
So if you got a bigger party, obviously it's going to take a little bit longer. Yeah. It's just it is what it is.
If you're starving, go ahead and get an appetizer. They've got some different types of things, onion rings, things like that.
Yeah. So. If you're not a pickle person. All right, before we do our personal ratings, we're going to talk about history or fun facts. You know, I always try to throw some of those things into our videos because I think it makes it a little more fun and enjoyable. At least for me, I just like researching stuff. So one cool fact that I learned is that all of the car license plates inside of the restaurant at the tables where you sit are from 1955. So that's really cool. Is that when Disneyland opened? Is that the year Disneyland opened? Yes. Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe. So I'll drop some sort of text in here to confirm. But that would be really cool if that's when Disneyland opened. And then, like I said earlier, the loop that plays is 45 minutes long. It was created by Imagineer Stephanie Keith. Don't know Stephanie, but Thank
Hey,
you for
Stephanie.
creating that, Stephanie. Stephanie spent hundreds of hours searching through film libraries, private collections, and the National Film Archives in Washington, D.C. to create that fun video loop that plays in the restaurant. So I thought that was very interesting when I read about it. And then the last thing I have is that the Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater has various props from the movie The Rocketeer, which takes place in the late 1930s. And Mrs. Ascalon really liked that movie. I think it's okay.
I love it.
Don't hate me if
But
you're a
look,
Rocketeer fan.
I love kind of old 1930s, 1940s Hollywood, and it's very like that.
Yeah. Well, at first when we saw that they have Rocketeer props, we were like, kind of why? But if you think about it, first, The Rocketeer is a science fiction-y type movie. Mm-hmm. It takes place during the Hollywood Golden Era, which were in Hollywood studios.
And the main villain is a movie star.
Yeah.
And
the girlfriend is an
is
actress.
in movies, so it makes sense.
It does make sense. And so there's 3 different things you can see from The Rocketeer. In the walkway from the check-in table. Now, there's 2 different walkways. I think they typically take you down
go
the
in
left.
and there's this perimeter
Yeah.
around the actual dining area because it's so dark in there. Mm-hmm. So it's like you're kind of outside this structure and then you go into the middle of it.
Yeah, and they have it like a fence or whatever, so like you're walking into the fenced-in area. Anyways, along one of those walkways is a menu from the South Seas Club, which is featured in the movie. Miss Ascalon will probably tell you more about that because she's seen it more than I have.
It's the restaurant where Neville Sinclair takes Jenny to dinner, and of course Melora Hardin is the singer in it, and I love her, so yeah, it's a cool scene.
And then on the left wall is a rocket pack used in the film, so that's really cool. And then next to that is a prop copy of the LA Examiner, and it reads, "Who is the Rocketeer?" So that's really cool that they included the Rocketeer. So there's actually several Rocketeer things throughout Hollywood studios.
Yeah, there's like a Peavy's, I don't know, it's this
like
little like ice cream and like soda stand that's over by the lake, and I had never noticed it till last time we went, and I was like, it's got his jetpack, it's got his helmet, oh my gosh. And Peavy, I mean, that's his buddy, that's his cue, if you will.
Oh, okay. See, I haven't seen that movie in a long time, so I've forgotten that. So yeah, several things, allusions to the Rocketeer throughout Hollywood studios, and of course Sci-Fi Diner has several. Alright, it is time, Mrs. Ascalon, for our personal rating.
Okay.
Do you want to go first? You want me to go first? You want me to go first? You want to go first?
I'll go first.
Alright, Mrs. Ascalon,
I'm going to
take it
kind of
away.
divide my rating this time.
Okay. For our first and second visit?
No, I have criteria.
Okay. Alright. Let's hear this. Let's see then.
As far as theming goes, I'd give it fairly close to a 10.
Yeah. Okay.
A 9.5 maybe because nothing's perfect.
I'll agree with that. I'll
and
agree
because
with
it's
that.
dark.
Yeah.
But no, for theming, 9.5.
Yeah.
For food and service, I'd give it about, because it's not anything like super, super special, I'd give it about a 7.5. It's solid. It's good food. Nothing,
mind blowing.
nothing that's going to blow your skirt up, but...
blow your skirt up.
But it's good. It's good and solid, and it's very good for families.
No Marilyn Monroe type stuff.
No, nothing.
Well, we must have ESPN because I was going to actually give it that same rating. I was going to say a 7.5. I would have said about a 6.5 after the first visit. I think I enjoyed it a little bit more the second time.
Too.
And not because of the whole Lakeisha thing happened. Again, check that video out. But I really liked that barbecue burger. I thought it was better than the first burger that I had.
And I enjoyed my turkey sandwich better than the fondue, which is no longer on the menu, but I enjoyed it a little better.
Yeah. So 7.5 for me as well. And I would say 9.5 on the theming. So we locked up on this one.
So if you average it out...
I don't know. 8.5. I don't do maths.
Yeah, no, I wanted to separate those because, like I said, the food may not blow your skirt up, but the theming will.
Yeah.
You'll be like, oh, my skirt. Yeah.
With the theming, I just called that. So, anyways. So, let's move on from blowing up skirts and go ahead and wrap this video up. So, this was Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater at Disney World, located in the Hollywood Studios. So leave us a comment if you've ever eaten there before. Let us know what you thought about the restaurant. If you haven't eaten there before, I hope you get the opportunity to do so because, like we said, the theme is awesome. You will enjoy it. I love the whole 50s vibe. It's just really cool.
It's very fun.
Really fun. Hit that like button if you like what you saw in the video. Subscribe to our channel for more Disney World restaurant reviews. We do other things like taste test videos, and we do some other Disney type videos from time to time as well. We're on Instagram, Team_Rixie, where we post Disney World and Universal Studios pictures. So we'll probably be doing some Sci-Fi Diner pictures on there pretty soon to go along with the release of this video.
Hey y'all, guess how many days we have left to our next Disney trip? Do you know?
42.
42.
I was close.
42 days left. I'm so excited.
And by the time this video comes out, it'll probably be like less than 40. But,
Yeah.
but just know we got roughly a little more than a month until we go back again.
Try some new things.
Yeah, we're not going to Sci-Fi Diner.
Take some pictures, get some new...
As far as I know. We're not going to Sci-Fi Diner this time, but we are trying some restaurants we haven't eaten at yet, so that'll create some future
That's exciting.
Disney restaurant reviews, so look for those in the future.
We're staying at a new place, too.
Yes, we are.
All-Star Music.
Oh, yeah. We haven't stayed there before. We stayed at All-Star Sports before. So, All-Star Music, so getting away from our normal Pop Century stay.
Yeah.
We typically stay there, but we've stayed at some other places, too.
It's like our home resort.
Yeah, Pop Century. So anyways, Mrs. Ascalon here. Almost pointed at myself. I'm Ascalon, and we'll catch you guys in another video. Y'all take care. Deuces!